Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I heard one. Olive. Shabbat Shalom to the rest of you. We're so excited to have you. My name is Barry Letts, the rabbi here at University Synagogue, and welcome. We're so excited to have you here to join with us in our afternoon service, which will be led by that young man sitting right up there behind the blue guitar. Okay. No need for applause. It's appreciated, but it's okay. Jake's being here this afternoon is a symbol of the stage he has reached in his life where he's beginning to take on some of the responsibilities that go along with being an adult member of the Jewish community. And one of those is leading us today in worship. But for him to do that, he needs all of you. So are you ready to do your part? All right, great. So what you need is this. You have it in the seat in front of you or next to you if you're in the front row. This is our prayer book, which I sometimes refer to as a siddur, which is the Hebrew word for prayer book. If you haven't used a Hebrew prayer book before, it opens from the other side. I see some of you trying to figure out which way it opens. It opens from the Hebrew direction. And inside you'll see that we have our text in Hebrew and transliteration. Underneath the Hebrew is a translation as well, and on the facing page some alternative readings that reflect the meaning of the prayer that is there in Hebrew. Jake will be using all of those at some point in leading us in worship this afternoon. And we hope that when you have the opportunity that you'll join with us. If your Hebrew is a little rusty, the transliteration is there. If you don't know Hebrew as well, at all, the transliteration is there. We hope that you will add your voices in support of Jake and because your voices add to the beauty and sanctity of our worship together. So welcome again, and we're going to give you that opportunity right now to join with us.
I'm Cantor Shapiro. I'm going to turn my mic on.
So we can all know who you are.
I'm Cantor Shapiro, and we're going to be singing all of our prayers today. Most of our prayers are going to be sung. And when we join together for prayer in synagogue, there's a reason that we do that. And the idea is that by singing, we elevate our prayers. We add beauty to them. That doesn't happen if I sing by myself. And I know that this family in particular, and this young man in particular, love music. So please add your voices to ours. You can use the words on the page, or you can sing la la la. It doesn't matter. All of those prayers are going to go to the same source and be received by the same source. So we're going to start with Ashrei Yoshvei Beitecha. Happy are those who dwell in your house, on page 220.
Oh, yeah.
If you'll turn in your prayer books to page 170.
May my life be one link in a chain of goodness. As I say the prayers of my ancestors, help me to recall their devotion and faithfulness, their joy and suffering, which are in every word. Holiness is my heritage. May I be worthy of it. May our tradition live in me and pass from me to generations I shall never know, enriched by truth that I have found in the good deeds I have done. So may I fulfill my task on earth and receive my blessing. And when the service ends and the prayers have ceased, help me to bring their spirit into the world in which I live. May I love God above all and my neighbor as myself, and be a living witness to the truth that never changes.
Amen.
As I wrap myself in the Talit, I fulfill the mitzvah of my Creator. Blessed Adonai, O my soul, Adonai, my God, how great you are. You are robed in glory and majesty, wrapping yourself in light as in a garment, spreading forth the heavens like a curtain. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lihitatef batzitzit.
Amen.
Amen.
I love you.
Jake, we are so proud of you. You have created the bar mitzvah that you wanted to do. And for that, I am so proud of you. You are so blessed to have family and friends in your life that love you. It's been such a joy for me to watch you grow. I've seen you blossom into someone that is willing to try and learn new things. This past year, you've performed with School of Rock at the Whiskey, the Troubadour, the Mint. At Geffen Academy, you have competed in track and swimming, and you're now acting in the Theater Geffen program. My prayer for you is for you to continue to discover new hobbies, eat new foods, travel to new places around the world, and enjoy everything that life has to offer. You know I can't do this without crying. My prayer for you is that you do whatever is exciting and challenging and fun for you. Go outside of your comfort zone, live your best life. But of course, you must always keep yourself safe and healthy. I love you with all my heart.
Jake, this is the part where I'm supposed to impart wisdom unto you, like father to son. It's kind of weird that we're doing it in front of all these people standing up here. It's supposed to be like as if we're just sitting in your bedroom on the bed. So just pretend that nobody else is here. Jake, I'm so very excited for you because not only have you accomplished a major undertaking, but you've completed a very significant milestone in your journey into adulthood. While I certainly don't believe that becoming a bar mitzvah automatically makes you a man, it's most definitely a big step along the way. And here's why. By studying our Jewish history, our language, and culture, you are adding your link to a long chain that extends back for nearly 6,000 years. But more than that, while you're experiencing and participating in an important ritual in our tradition, you're also building a very solid foundation for your own unique relationship with God, Judaism, and spirituality overall. And in doing so, you're creating a stronghold for those that come after you to attach their links to for years and years and years into the future. Our religion and traditions are about asking questions. In fact, there are far more questions we ask than there are answers. Being Jewish is about asking these obstinate questions, knowing that they have no answers or infinitely many answers, but asking anyway and wringing meaning out of the questions themselves. This is the beginning, and as you grow and learn and think and wonder, the questions will get bigger. In fact, the questions may get so big that you might have to take a break from asking, and that's okay. There will always be a place to come back to. As you will share with us all, your Torah portion is about making a home, no matter where you are. Well, here's where being Jewish is so great. By learning the traditions and practicing the rituals and asking the questions, you'll be able to go just about anywhere in the world and find people just like you. People who may not speak English, but who pray in Hebrew. People who don't live where you live, but who live as you live, with respect for others, and always with the goal of making the world a better place. In this way, wherever you go, you'll always have a home with other people. And just as importantly, you will always offer your home to others who come to you. The Shema sounds the same in a temple in Gibraltar as it sounds in a temple in Israel, or as it sounds right here in a temple in Brentwood. This is something that's bigger than us all. It's timeless, it's ancient, it's special, it's holy, and now it belongs to you, and you belong to it. Remember this time and space. Now, look out at all these people who are here to share this special moment with you. Take a picture in your mind and carry it with you wherever you go. And wherever you go, may you always walk in God's light. May you always be blessed and loved. And may you always bless and love others. I love you. You're awesome.
Hang on one sec. So today you become bar mitzvah, which is someone who takes on the obligations of making the world a better place. And everyone who goes through this process at University Synagogue participates in a mitzvah project, that is, does something to help support some cause or organization. But there are those for generations now, really, who have gone above and beyond, who have taken on more than is expected, and participated in what is called here the Golden Kippah Project, participating in a variety of mitzvot as you have prepared for this day. You have done so. We have a whole list of them here, from what you've written, playing guitar at Ronald McDonald House for families there, to bring them some care and comfort and some of your love. And I could go on with the many things that you have done. But here's the one thing that came through so clearly in what you wrote and in what you did. That is, you came through so clearly. There is doing mitzvot, which you can just do, and then there is the intent behind it, which comes from your heart. And what became so clear in reading about you doing these mitzvot is your heart. You gave so much to this, and you cared so much about what you did, and it is so clear in what you wrote about the project you did to acquire the status of Golden Kippah. And I know you will wear this proudly for years and years to come whenever you are here at University Synagogue. And so, Mazal Tov to you. The first of many Mazal Tovs today in achieving the Golden Kippah. So we're going to switch. Place this on your head. And we're going to turn to page 226 and ask that you please rise as we join together there in the Amidah.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Bekonei Hakol Vezocher Chastei Avot V'Imahot Umevi Geula Livnei B'neihem Leman Shemo Be'achava Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magin Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Bezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia Mashiv HaRuchach U'Morid HaGashem Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rambim Somech Noflim Verofeh Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Micha Mocha Be'al Givurot Umidom Echlach Melech Mimid Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua Venemanata Lechayot HaKol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh HaKol.
Page 232.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב ביד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה, ואמר, קדוש, קדוש, קדוש,
We'll continue on page 235.
For the good in us which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and hands, we give praise. For the peace in us which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful. For the gift of Shabbat which renews us for life, we offer blessing. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. On this holy day, may we...
Page 237.
On this holy day, on this holy Shabbat, may we draw nearer to life, to peace and to joy. May we find true rest, holiness in our deeds, worth in our study of Torah. Let us feed on the love of goodness. Let us drink from the love of goodness. Restrain our thirst for excess, and cleanse our hearts to serve life well. On this holy Shabbat, may we draw nearer in life, in peace and in joy. Baruch atah Adonai, she'elcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod.
Page 239.
For the gift of our souls, for the promise of our lives, for all we are and all we might yet become, for the creative seeds sown within our minds, whose nurturing can yield a grand harvest. For all these gifts, we thank you, O God, and pray that we prove ourselves worthy.
May our lives be ripe with the fruit of compassion, sweetly sustaining those in need. May we use our gifts wisely and with love, true messengers of blessing to the world.
Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, u'lecha na'el lehodot.
Shabbat offers us the opportunity not only to engage together, to join together in the words of the prayer book, but to have a moment for our own prayers, the prayers of our hearts. And so we invite you to take a moment now for silent prayer. We turn now to the service for the reading of the Torah. We find ourselves in our annual cycle of Torah reading in the book of Genesis, the first book of the Bible, the book that tells, of course, of the creation of the world and of the Genesis of the Jewish people, the creation of the Jewish people, beginning with Abraham, whose story we heard a few weeks back, and then Isaac. And now, how appropriately, we hear the story of Jacob. We hear the story of Jacob from Jake. I'm not sure if our ancestor Jacob ever went by Jake, but who knows, maybe he did. So we will hear the beginning of, or really kind of come into the midst of his story today, which Jake will have much more to tell us about. But for now, we are going to first invite Hyla Marin and Helene Freed to join us on the bima to open the ark for us. We're going to invite you to turn in your prayer books to page 249 and to rise as we approach the ark.
Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam ha'amid. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam ha'amid. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim.
Jake, take a look at this line here of your family. You stand here not at the end, but actually at the beginning. Taking Torah into your arms is a great honor and privilege, and one that I know you look forward to with great anticipation and excitement, as you do with the way you do everything in your life, with eagerness and with a passion. So to take Torah in your arms, I know is something you take very seriously, as we already know, as you have achieved the golden kippah. It is to carry Torah in your life is what we are symbolizing today. That you take Torah and carry it forward in your life, that not necessarily the scrolls, but in your heart, and take it with you, continue to learn it, continue to understand what it means so that you can teach it to those around you. Teach it to the world around you that very much is in need of the lessons of Torah. You have the opportunity to do that because of all of these people here, the generations of your family that have passed Torah one generation to the next, so that you could be here in this moment to celebrate and to take the Torah from them. And so we pass the Torah to you now the way it has indeed become yours to carry forward in your life from the generation of your grandparents. Just going to kind of pass it along here.
Ledor vador.
And to your parents who have the great blessing and honor of passing the Torah to you.
Torah, le'amo, Yisrael, bikdushato.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai לך אדוני הגדולה והגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההוד כי כל בשמיים ובארץ כי כל בשמיים ובארץ לך אדוני הממלכה והמתנשא לכל ראש רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו.
Can we invite Tara Brickley to come forward to help us take the ornaments off the Torah? Please be seated.
The beginning of my Torah portion starts off with Jacob awakened by a dream. In this dream, angels tell him to build a land for his descendants called Bethel. He then goes through a series of challenges to build a land for his family. Jacob moves from place to place and is able to settle and calls it home. Whether it's running away from his family because he tricked his brother into taking the birthright, or if it's Jacob running from Laban, he still manages to find a place and call it home. When I went to sleepaway camp over the summer, that was my new home. At first, I was nervous about going away because I didn't know what to expect. I had never been before, and I knew nobody there. But when I got on the boat, I instantly made friends. Everybody was different, and even though I was there for only a week, I made friends that will last me a lifetime. So even though moving to a new place is difficult, you can still make memories of where you currently are. A home is a place where you can feel surrounded by people who you like or people who care about you. So really, anywhere can be a home. Also, For my Mitzvah project, I created a concert and pizza party for families who were staying at the Ronald McDonald Charity House. These families had kids that were missing limbs due to illness or birth defects. Even though they only stayed for 6 months, I made their stay feel warm and uplifting. So the Ronald McDonald Charity House was their temporary home. This part of the Torah portion I liked most because Israel is home to the Jews. Israel gets its name from Jacob, whose name is changed to Israel. Jacob made a place dedicated to his descendants, which are us Jews. Many years later, the Promised Land will take on his name and be called Israel. What I really like about this Torah portion is that it symbolizes a place of home and comfort. Israel does not need to be everyone's home, but I do feel a connection because it is called the Jewish state. I also have trees in Israel in my name. Even though I have not been to Israel, I have studied the place in religious school for 6 years. I also learned how to read Hebrew, which in Israel is the main language. But this story symbolizes home. Even though Jacob had to run away from his family and escape from his cousin Laban, he still was able to persevere and make a home for his family. So your home might be where you can watch TV with your family, or it could be where you eat dinner and discuss or argue about different topics. Whatever home is to you, it symbolizes a place of compassion and trust, a place where you can go to your loved ones in times of need. So I ask you one question. What does home mean to you?
As Jake now shares the Torah with us, I invite you to turn in your Torah commentary, which is this other big blue book you have, to page 194, and you can follow along there in the English and the Hebrew. As we call up for our first Aliyah, Ellie Sayre, Louise Horvitz, Bernie Schultz, Jerry Schultz, Cyril Samuelson, Peter Samuelson, Carol Horvitz, and Steve Horvitz. Right here. Come forward, come close, come close, come close, come close. Come close to Torah. Come close to Jake. Everybody here?
Ready?
Ready? Baruch.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hambarach. Baruch Adonai Hambarach.
Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher b'charbanu mikol ha'amim v'natananu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah. Amen.
Amen.
Vayetze Yaakov mi Be'er Shava Vayelan Harana Vayifga Bamakom Vayalan Sham Kiva Hashemesh Vayikach Me'avnei Hamakom Vayasem Merashotav Vayishkav Bamakom Hahu Vayachalom Vehine Sulam Mutzav Aretza Verosho Magia Hashamayma Vehine Malche Elohim Olim Veyordim Bo.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nota b'derechenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah. Amen.
Amen. You guys are going to go stand next to the cantor. Shabbat Shalom. You're welcome. Congratulations. Shabbat Shalom. Congratulations. You're welcome. Congratulations. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. Come stand right over here. For our second Aliyah, we'd like to call to the Bima Tara Brickley, Noah Brickley, Rebecca Samuelson, Jeffrey Samuelson, Rose DeVries, Pamela Samuelson, Adam Yasmin, Michael Horvitz, and Margot Horvitz. Stay right there. Good. All right. We got everybody here? All right, ready? Baruch. 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 Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai.
V'hinei Adonai nitzav alav v'yomar ani Adonai Elohei Avraham Avicha v'Elohei Yitzchak ha'aretz asher ata shochev aleha lecha etnena ulezarecha V'hinei zarecha ka'apa ha'aretz ufaratzta yama v'kedma v'tzafona v'negba v'nivrechu v'cha kol mishpechota adama u'zarecha V'hinei anochi imach u'shmarticha b'chol asher tele v'hishivoticha El Adama Hazot Ki Lo Ezavecha Ad Asher Im Asiti Et Asher Dibarti La
Baruch Atah Eloheinu melech haolam Asher natan lanu Torah emet V'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah. Amen. Thank you guys are going to go right next to the cantor. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. And for our third Aliyah, David and Michelle.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Vayikatz Yaakov Mishnato Vayomer Achen Yesh Adonai Bamakom Hazeh Ve'anohi Lo Yadati Vayivra Vayomar Manora Hamakom Hazeh Ein Zeh Ki Im Beit Elohim V'zeh Shar Hashamayim. Vayishkem Yaakov Baboker. Vayikach et ha'even asher sam mera ashotav. Vayasam ota matzeva. Vayitzog shemen al rosha.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
While we have the Torah open, we're going to take a moment to offer a prayer of healing for those of our loved ones suffering illness of body or mind or spirit. You'll find the words for our prayer on the inside of the pamphlet you received as you entered the sanctuary, the Misha Berach by Craig Taubman, it says there. As we offer this prayer, I invite you to think about those you are holding in your heart this Shabbat, those in need of your prayers of healing, and invite you, if you would like, to call out their name before we join together, to call out their name as we offer our prayer of healing. Please do so as I look your way.
Sandy Levy, Rabbi Morley Feinstein.
Misha Berach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah Hu Yivarech V'yirapeh et hachalim.
Before we invite Jake back up for his Aliyah to read his final portion, we'd like to invite those of you who have never been up close to a Torah before to come up to see exactly what it is that Jake is doing here. So who has never been up close to a Torah before? Anyone? Come on up here real quick. Come up and we'll tell you a little bit. You can see a little bit about what he's been doing. As they all make their way up here, we'll tell all of you, of course, that the Torah is an organic document. So the Torah, everything about a Torah comes from God's creation, about the way a Torah is made. The rollers, the wood handles, they're called eitzim. They come from a tree. The parchment comes from the skin of a kosher animal. And even the ink comes from elements that come from nature. They're all mixed together to make the ink. Come on around. Olive's not seeing the Torah for 2 weeks. Come on back. Come over here. Come on. So, here is the Torah. Obviously, a lot of Hebrew letters, right? But if you look closely, you'll see some things are missing. There's no punctuation. No punctuation in Torah. And the other thing that's missing, if you're looking closely, and we're looking at the Hebrew in your prayer book perhaps, is there's some other markings missing. There are no vowels. So imagine reading a book in English that had no punctuation and no vowels. Could you read it? Don't think so? I think you probably could, depending on what the book was. If it was just a book with words that you know, because you're probably all excellent English speakers, I would assume. you could probably read it mostly. But sometimes you would come across places where you'd go, I'm not sure where the punctuation goes. Does the comma go here? Does the comma go there? Does the period go here? Does the period go there? Because obviously where you put the punctuation makes a great deal of difference in how you read the sentence. And one of the tricks of reading Torah is trying to understand where all that punctuations go and how that all works so that you can interpret Torah correctly and appropriately. That's part of the task that Jake has begun to learn. It's not something you learn all at once. It is a lifetime of learning and reading and studying Torah, which of course is the first. Here we have the first 5 books of the Bible as well: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. So it is all about interpretation and understanding, and Jake has begun that process. Not only that, of course, he's chanting it as well, and there's no musical notation either, so he's had to learn that as well. So you can see a little bit that it is a tremendous accomplishment, what Jake has done, and will complete in just a moment as he reads his final portion here. So I invite you, or thank you all for coming up, seeing the Torah, and as you make your way back to your seats, we're going to invite Jake up for his final aliyah. So we're going to invite you to go this way so we don't trip over chords or Jake's guitar or anything like that. Thank you. And for our final aliyah, we're going to invite Jake back to the Torah, Yaakov ben Mendel Avram Umikaela.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Vayikra et shem hamakom hahu Beit El Ve'ulam Luz Shem Hayir Larishona Vayidar Yaakov Neder Lemor Im Yehiye Elohim Imadi Ufshmarani Vaderech Hazeh Asher Anohi Cholech Venatan Li Lechem Le'ehol uveged lilbosh. Veshavti veshalom el beit avi. Vehaya Adonai lil Elohim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet. V'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. We now lift the Torah so that you can all share in its words as well. And to help us do that, we'd like to invite to join us on the bima to lift and to redress the Torah David Horvitz, Zach Horvitz, Marcus and Tanner Bricky. And as we lift the Torah, we'll ask that you please all rise. All right, so you're going to hold it just a second. Hang on. Let's let people who's going to come in here, who's going to hold the Torah. You're going to lift it? Should I do the lifting? You do the lifting. You do the lifting.
Bring it closer together. Roll it in.
All right.
Bend your knees and pull it down. Yeah.
Bend your knees.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. לי Lai, lai,
We turn now to the, please be seated. We turn now to the Haftarah, which comes from the second major portion of the Hebrew Bible, the Book of Prophets. The Haftarah has been selected by our sages because it had some connection to the Torah portion, which if you look, turn in your Torah commentaries to page 214, it will become very obvious in the very first word of this Haftarah what the connection is to the Torah portion. So we invite you to follow along there on page 214 as Jake shares the Haftarah with us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratzah v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet Baruch atah Adonai Habocher b'Torah u'v'Moshe avdo u'v'Yisrael amo u'v'nviei ha'emet v'tzedek.
Amen.
Vayivrach Yaakov Sedei Aram Vayavod Yisrael Ve'isha Uvisha Shamor Uvnavi Ha'elah Adonai Et Yisrael Mitzrayim Uvnavi Nishmar Hich is Ephraim Tamrurim Vedamav Alaav Yitosh Vecher Pato Yashiv Lo Adonav Kedaber Ephraim Retet Nasa Hu Be Yisrael Vayisham Babaal Vayamot Ve'ata Yosifu Lachato Vayaasu Lahem Masecha Mikaspam Kitvunam A'atzavim Ma'aseh Charashim Kulo Lahem Hem Omrim Zovche Adam Agalim Yishakun. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzur kol haolamim Tzadik b'chol hadarot, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer ve'osei, ha'mdaber u'mekayem, shekol devarav, emet v'tzedek, al ha'torah, ve'al ha'avodah, ve'al ha'nevi'im, ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, shenatah lanu, Adonai Eloheinu, likdusha v'limnucha, Lechavod uletifaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach umevarachim otah yitbarak shem hi befi kol hai tamid leolam va'ed baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
Amen. As you stand here, at the conclusion of all that you have prepared for today, we want to take a moment before we turn the Torah to the Ark to invite up a member of our board of trustees, Susan Weiss, who has presentations to make to you to recognize and congratulate you on what you have just accomplished.
I did it.
Jake, Mazel Tov. You did an amazing job, and I know how hard you worked to get here. You talked about creating a home, and you and your family helped make this our home 8 years ago when we first moved to LA. You were one of the first families that we met here. I spent many hours bonding with your grandmother, sitting in the dojo. And it is my pleasure to be able to present you with these gifts on behalf of the Board of Trustees. The first thing that I would like to present to you is your certificate of Bar Mitzvah. You can frame that and put it on your wall and remember all the hard work that went into that. The other thing I'd like to present to you is a $250 gift certificate for a nifty Israel trip. and maybe you will use that one day in the future for a trip to Israel. And then from the Federation, I would like to present you with the book Israel Matters. And this will give you lots of information about Israel, and hopefully one day you will get there and be able to experience the wonders of that country.
Oh, thank you.
Mazel tov, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Oh, thank you.
If you'll turn in your prayer books now to page 256, we are going to return the Torah to the Ark. As we do so, we'd like to invite Sylvia Franco and Carrie Fishman to come forward to open the Ark for us, and once again ask you to rise as we approach the Ark.
Today, I'm thankful that my friends and family are here to support me for my bar mitzvah. Judaism is important to me because all of my family is Jewish, and it gives me a sense of community. In Hebrew school, when I pray with my friends, it makes me feel more connected to God. I feel like I am surrounded by a community, and we are all praying together. During prayer, I connect the most when there's music because it gives me a sense of joy in the room. During Hashurim services, when I go with my family, I feel safe and connected. My favorite part is the Yevarechecha, the blessing for the young ones, because my family bonds over it. When my family puts their hands on my head, it feels like they're blessing me, and it creates a sense of compassion and trust. It means we love you and we trust you. Now that I am a bar mitzvah, I want to be more of a leader in my community. Even more than being a leader in my Jewish community, I want to be a responsible and good person in my whole life. Leaders I aspire to be like are Jimi Hendrix because he persevered to be the best guitar player he could be. This applies not just to guitar, but to all things. If you work hard, you can achieve your goals. I look up to my grandma because she is charitable and she gives back in the community. For example, she donated a Beit Midrash table at the Skirball, where I'm having my party. My mom and my dad are also leaders because they strive to make sure I can do whatever I want to do. They make sure I get to all my activities, and they give me a home and food and guitars. These people are the leaders that I inspire to be and that I aspire to be. I want to say thank you to Susan and Cantor Shapiro for helping me learn my prayers and Torah portion. I want to thank Elias for helping me review my bar mitzvah. I want to thank Zevi for helping me write my personal prayer. I want to thank my brother for being a supportive person in my life. And I want to thank my mom and dad for making this all happen and organizing everything. My bar mitzvah couldn't have happened without these people. So thank you to all of them. And thank you to everyone who came today to support me.
It's Chaim hi למחזיקים בה ותומכה מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני
Please be seated.
Jake,
Wait, Jake,
he has to
come back.
Don't ever go away.
How are you doing?
Good.
Yeah, you should be. You did an amazing job in leading us in worship. As we've spoken about, here's turn this over. As we've spoken about, your Torah portion has one of my favorite lines in the entire Torah in it. Achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh v'anochi lo yadati. Jacob says these words when he wakes up from this dream. First of all, his dream finds him in this moment of transition, right? He has left home. He doesn't know where he's going. Kind of the same place you are in this moment as becoming a bar mitzvah, having left childhood, on your way to adulthood, but not quite sure exactly where that path will lead you. And he has this dream about angels. What a wonderful dream about angels going up and down in a ladder. And he wakes up and says, God must have been here and I didn't know. How many times in our lives are there moments when we wish we had been more aware of what was going on around us in the world? Our challenge is to keep our eyes and our hearts open and not be so filled up with ourselves that we can be aware of God's presence all around us. And that is exactly what you have helped us to do today, to feel God's presence in this sanctuary. Because not only did you read words from the prayer book and read words from the Torah, but you did it with your heart. It's so obvious that what you do with your heart. In Hebrew, we have a word in Hebrew for that. It's called kavanah, which is heartfelt intent. It is going above and beyond the fixed order of things, just reciting the words and putting yourself into it. And that's what you do. And you help us, in that sense, to feel the angels around us, to be aware of God's presence around us. It is an incredible blessing, and I pray that you will continue to do that in your life. Continue to have that passion, to bring that passion to what you do. And if I may, I hope you do it a lot longer than Jimi Hendrix did. So that you bring those blessings and bring that passion and bring that hard work and that commitment to all that you do, because when you do that, you help us to feel God's presence all around us. So how appropriate that in this moment we should take a moment to ask for God's blessing upon you, that God will continue to be a source of inspiration and support and strength and blessing as you make this journey, as you make us all feel at home here at University Synagogue, or wherever you find your home, you make a home for all of us as well. So we're going to go in front of the open ark, and as we do so, we are going to ask everyone to once again to please rise. May God bless you, Jake, and always watch over you.
יאר אדוני פניו אליך וחונקה.
And may the light of God's divine presence continue to shine upon you to bless and to grace your journey through life. And may God's countenance be lifted towards you always, Jake, blessing you with the greatest of God's gifts, the gift of shalom, the gift of wholeness and of peace.
וישם לך שלום, שלום, שלום.
Stay right here. If you will all turn in your prayer books to page 282, we will join together there in the Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
If you'll remain standing and turn to page 294. We turn to a moment of remembrance as our thoughts turn to those whose shoulders we stand upon, those who helped us to find our place, to make our home, each our own loved ones. As we remember them, we say, Zichronam livracha, may their memories be always a source of blessing. We'll join together in these words. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agalau v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam ulamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, Vit adar, vit aleh, vit halal, shemei de kutsha b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. May the source of peace help us to find the peace and wholeness we seek in our own lives, and most critically become a source of peace and hope and healing for a world very much in need. And
Amen.
We say, amen. Please be seated. We are going to go down there. We are all going to go down there for Havdalah. We're all going to come join right down here for Havdalah.
you want? Yeah, ask Rabbi to help you find Havdalah inside of it. Okay.
Jake, here, you guys come stand right in front of the. You guys stand right in front of the table here. We are going to conclude our time in the sanctuary by joining together in Havdalah. Havdalah is a ceremony of separation. With Havdalah, we take leave of Shabbat and we welcome a new week. And we do so with these three symbols. We have the fruit of the vine, with which we welcomed Shabbat last night. That sweet taste, we taste once again. We tasted it last night as an expression of the hope that it would be a sweet day. And Jake, I think you've helped that to be so. And we taste it again that we might take some of the sweetness and blessing of this day that you have shared with us as we enter into the new week. So a Kiddush cup. We have actually a couple Kiddush cups. Anybody else want to hold a Kiddush cup? There we go. We have the aroma of the spices. Such an interesting symbol because an aroma is something you can't see or touch, of course. But in that sense, it is a symbol of all the things in our lives that really give our lives purpose and meaning. Most of them are intangible. But if we open our hearts and our minds and breathe them in, we are very aware of their presence in our lives. So should I go hold that? And lastly, there is this beautifully braided candle. Many wicks coming together to create one flame. And it is a reminder to us that this is what we're supposed to do with our lives. Intertwine our lives this way, bringing each our own godly spark together, supporting each other, loving each other, caring for each other, so that we can make God's light burn that much more brightly in the world around us. So, Jake, you take that. So, we're going to invite you, if you would like to rise where you are. You can even, if you would like, to quietly come forward because we're going to begin. If you know the blessings, join with us. If not, law works just fine.
Baruch atah המבדיל בין קודש לכל, חטאותינו ימחול, זרענו וכספנו ירבה כחול, והכוכבים בלילה. שבוע טוב, 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 שבוע טוב. A good week, a week of peace, may gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace, may gladness reign and joy increase. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishvi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Bimhera ve'yameinu yavo eleinu, Im Mashiach ben David, Im Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi.
Finally, you are all about to join together in a very important mitzvah. It's called the Seudat Mitzvah, a mitzvah meal. There's always got to be food, right? So you are celebrating the mitzvah that we have celebrated here in the sanctuary as we do. We say motzi and thank God for all of the blessings we share and reminded to always share those blessings with those whose lives we touch. Yeah, ready? Will you lead us? Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Amen. Shavua tov, everyone. Mazel tov. You can put the mic down. Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.